Welcome, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Happy to see you on Init Talks today. And we got beautiful Bex Betman today with us. Welcome in, Bex.
Hi, nice to be here.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. So hope you're doing well today. And let's start from where are you from, first of all? Because I can see you got morning also, as I in Kazakhstan and Almaty. It's 6 a.m. right now.
Well, I'm from New Zealand, and we're a little island in the Pacific Ocean, miles away. And yes, it is 1 p.m. here, Friday. So the future looks good, everyone. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
I
winter
agree.
down here. Yeah.
All
So yeah, it's winter for us.
That's nice. So let's start with the basics. So how you get into motorsports, how you get involved into this. So where your journey started.
I sort of had no say in it when I was younger. My dad was a mechanic, and I was just sort of brought up around cars. And then my stepfather was the same. And I sort of grew up at the Speedway track, which is a dirt track here for New Zealanders. And then as I got older, I was sort of determined I didn't really like Speedway as much, and I wanted to give the Tarsal stuff a bit of a go. So I think even as a young teenager, we all had cars and were driving around, and we all sort of, we're a country with a lot of Japanese cars.
Mm-hmm.
So in the early 90s, we sort of had every Japanese car available. And that's sort of what we grew up driving, Honda Civics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the old Skylines. So, yeah, I learned to drive in my mum's Skyline. So it's kind of just stemmed from my childhood, really, of what options were there for us to drive around in. And being a girl from the 90s, we all drove manuals,
Mm-hmm.
and that's sort of where it started.
That's really cool. I think that some people will be jealous that you got all these Japanese cars and they really, available, not really far away from you. It's really cool because I bet so many people, like in the United States and Europe, also struggling to find a decent like Skyline or something like this. So it's really cool.
Yes, they definitely do. We didn't sort of realize how great we had it back in the day. And
Mm-hmm.
like back then, you wouldn't realize, like with the internet now, everyone knows everything. Back then, you didn't realize actually how fun it was to be hooning around in what we were growing up in. And
Mm-hmm.
as I say, my daughter, her daily driver now is a Skyline. So they're still very common here.
Mm-hmm.
And we wonder why Americans, yeah, we know now why they get a bit jealous because they are great wee cars. We get jealous we didn't get all the muscle cars.
That's true. Okay, and also another one thing, you told me that you got dirt ovals in New Zealand. This is really surprising me because usually you're thinking like, oh, in United States, this kind of racing, this category is really popular, but you're not thinking that somewhere else on our planet this can be popular also. So can you tell me more about the dirt ovals and like how people get here and like how big the community in New Zealand also?
Speedway is huge in New Zealand. There's a lot of sponsors and all sorts that go into Speedway here. Basically, every town in New Zealand has a Speedway track. As to how big, depends on the size of the town, but there's
Mm-hmm.
always dirt tracks in New Zealand for people to go on. Depends how well how big your budget is really in terms of a lot of motorsport in New Zealand. But this, I don't have a lot to do with the Speedway community now. But the events that I've done out at Speedway recently are the demolition derbies.
Mm-hmm.
So you get an old car, normally an old Japanese car, sorry, America, but and you fang around, they put a ramp in it, and you go over the ramps and you crash into each other pretty much. And that's done on the dirt track. And I love it. They do one here on Boxing Day. And that's my biggest stress relief at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
year was to go out and just snatch up a car and drive around in circles. No, not a care in the world after those. You come on, oh, it's a great time. So yeah, no, dirt racing is very big here. Yeah, sprint cars mainly. There's a lot of money tied up in the sprint cars here, and I think my uncle used to actually build them for some time.
Mm-hmm.
And no, it's just I sort of steered clear of it because once I found my wee community, I sort of fell in love with what I do now. Yeah. But no,
Mhm.
Nelson Speedway, best speedway around. I better say that for my cousin. Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with you about Demolition Derby. I didn't try this in real life, but I tried so many times in breakfast with community and with other streamers. It was like ton of fun. So it's really cool category. I like it.
Highly recommend trying one.
All right, and
Stressful.
as I'm aware, you're with Mitsubishi's right now with Evo, yeah? And so what drew you into that car and like switch Skyline to this one?
Wow, my Evo. I have 3 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
A Mitsubishi Evo is
Mm-hmm.
a reliable family car. It's the reliable. I will refuse to have a people mover or a big wagon when I had daughters. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
no, you'll never see me drive a people mover, like a big car, like a.
Mm-hmm.
And I considered my Evo first off to be a good family car. Then I
Mm-hmm.
just needed a bigger motor. It needed a bigger turbo. I needed to modify it. And then it became not such a reliable family car. So,
Mm-hmm. That's
so
really
yeah,
cool.
my journey. Yeah.
That's nice. You balance with motorsport and family life, and Evo just perfect car for this.
I don't know. My daughter might disagree about the room in the back seat, but she might not agree. But we managed to squeeze the car seats in, and yeah, they had a ball.
Mhm. All right.
Yes, no. Yes, cars prior to the Poor Evo, but yeah, the Subarus. As I say, we're very Japanese car orientated
Mhm.
here. So, yeah, everything was sort of Japanese. It was just a normal car that you would drive every day.
Mhm.
The trucks, I like a Toyotas again. Toyota had a Land Cruiser,
Mhm.
Hilux. One has a Toyota Hilux. So yeah, they're very common here. We've had several arguments with the Americans on what we call the vehicles because
Mhm.
they all have different names for all these different vehicles. Yes.
All right. And you actually start to take a part in time attacks events. So can you tell me more about this also?
That seems to be my genre of racing at the moment is the time attack. So it's one lap matters.
Mhm.
So you do need a car that has got enough power. It's all to do with the aero and the downforce and how you can
Mhm.
quickly get that one lap as quick as you can. So if you blow up after that lap, who cares? Yeah, with my background being first off drag racing, I built my Evo, say, for drag racing.
Mhm.
So my goal is to do a 10-second quarter mile. So we do quarter
Mhm.
miles here, and that's a 10 like in Fast and Furious, 10-second run.
Mhm.
So I did 10-second run, and then I was like, oh, that goal's done. What do I do now? So I went into more time attack because I like running, doing laps.
Mhm.
So it was sort of how we built the time attack car, really. And I like the engineering side of it in terms of like the body and the function of the cars and vehicles.
Mhm.
So I a lot of time sort of designing different parts of it and different downfall, different ways to make it
Mhm.
faster, pretty much. Yeah.
That's nice.
But no,
Was
how I
it?
got involved with that.
Yeah. Was it really hard for you to like switch categories and actually get used to this fast times with corners, with everything, and working on the corners, working on your line, and to be the fastest on the track?
Yeah, I'm still working on
Mm-hmm.
it. Yeah. But yeah, I think you can never ever stop learning or never stop progressing with it, with yourself and with the car.
Mm-hmm.
I've had issues for years and years with the car, and then that's made me fail as a driver because when the car's not playing ball, neither am I. So when you go home and your car's had a bad day, so have I. And then
Mhm.
when you're on, the car's not, it's heartbreaking. But yeah, it comes with the territory, and sadly, it comes with your budget too here. And I'm really happy to have a few sponsors on board who have been great and getting the car running and keeping things going, keeping me going.
Mhm.
And yeah, like you couldn't do it here in New Zealand without a bit of help. And yeah, that's how a lot of people here end up just going out street racing. They probably do in every country.
Mhm.
But I say to anyone, just stick at it, keep going, and you get there. You learn a lot as you go.
Mhm. Yeah, I think, racing and like motorsport is so expensive everywhere. And it's really cool that you having the support, people around you support you in your uh, like racing career, let's say like this. And it's really nice. Can you tell me more about how is it for you to race with your daughters? So you mentioned before that they also race, and how is it?
My youngest, she's a twin. She's just getting involved in it because I do a lot with the drifting, with
Mm-hmm.
helping runs, but she wants to be the driver. So she's determined. She's only just turned 16, so she has only just really got her actual road license.
Mm-hmm.
And she does the events, motorkanas. So it learns a lot of cone work, teaches her how to maneuver the car and handle it. And she's progressing that really well this season. And she's actually won the fastest female, I think it was, for the season in her events. So she's stoked with that. So she's going to keep going and progressing.
Mm-hmm.
And then hopefully, yeah, she will move into drifting. And but sadly, it's the budget. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
understand.
she's eating so much doing this. It's fantastic, but yeah, you can only enter so many things before you just can't afford. So we spend on cars, and but as I said to her, that's how you learn. That's how you learn. When she breaks something, I'd like her to be able to help fix it, not
Mm-hmm.
just hand it to someone else. So yeah, she'll learn the hard way.
All right. So how you balance being a parent, also like mentor and like racing driver with your daughters? How you balance this in your life?
Well, I'm sort of the mum that if I can afford to do it, I'd probably say yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's really nothing my girls have thrown at me that I've gone, oh no, I won't let you do that.
Mm-hmm.
So anything they want to, this one's laughing at me. No, have I just said no to you?
I said, can I go to America?
Yeah, I said, can I go to America? Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, I will never say no to my girls. There's not a lot that they'll come at me with that I'll go, oh, actually, no, we're not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's great in them. It's given them their independence and it's teaching them they have to earn it, however.
Mm-hmm.
I think they can give everything a go. I mean, some things are going to be very risky, but I'm yet to get a moment with them where I've gone, oh, no, we better not do this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, for me, they see me do it. So I think, well, I might as well let them do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's molded when they're a bit older to go out and get jobs, careers, to then go, hey, I don't think nothing's going to hold them back. There
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be an obstacle for anyone to do it. So I look at myself too, like I'm my biggest critic.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the only person in my life that often goes, oh, I shouldn't do that, when everyone else is saying go for it.
Mm-hmm.
So to them, I'm the one saying don't do it because I probably know that inside they're saying, oh, should I be doing this?
Mm-hmm.
So I think the best way is just to let them do it. She often only dents a panel or two, or what did she break? The gearbox? Yeah. They're still making gearboxes for MX5, so that's all right.
Mm-hmm. All right. Tell me about your favorite racing events which you take a part in, and maybe together with your daughters also, like the same track.
so many. There's so many. It's whether I'm helping out with the event, being an official.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter comes along now and helps me with the drifting events. For drifting, I sold my drift car. We are building another one though, so coming out of retirement. But my daughter comes along and she runs the grid. So she helps get the drivers ready
Mm-hmm.
to go and do their thing. And it's just great that she's out there helping me too. But the events themselves, every season, every event's different. Every event, someone else wins. You can have the same winners, same losers. You get your favourite drivers and whatnot when you're helping out, but you can't play favourites.
Mm-hmm.
But so you make different memories every time. And I love just seeing every other person out there when they win, all their crew come together and how they celebrate. And you
Mm-hmm.
just become part of that vibe too. Like when they're all celebrating, when they're about to win, especially in drifting when it's down to like the top 4
Mm-hmm.
and they're going into battles. And you just become part of that scene. You just become part of that love that you want them to win. Like you cry afterwards when they win. And you partners, the kids, all your kids come together and just have an awesome time watching dad or mum. There's some lovely mums out there with their kids out there too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just such a community, such a vibe to be part of, to watch other people win. Then I go home smiling because I'm like, wow, he's just had the best day ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then now my daughter's doing it too, and I can see that in her as well, that she's just happy for other people to be out there doing it. And she's happy to support them and then go, wow, I'm going to do this one day too.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll get the support too. So it's really awesome to be part of. But I must admit, the latest event we went to, and they call it Highlands Motorsport Park.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very, very nice looking track. It'll be, if we ever got F1, it would be where we put the F1 here in New
Mm-hmm.
Zealand. And it's beautiful. They don't like drifters though. But this one event, they finally opened it up for a drift day. And the track got absolutely shredded up in tyres.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the best day ever. And my daughter got to interview one of the famous guy who hosted it, Mad Mike. I don't know if you know him. A lot of people might know Mad Mike.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
my daughter,
I know him.
you know it. My daughter interviewed his son. She always had this goal, I want to talk to him and ask him some questions. And he
Mm-hmm.
was more than happy for her to do him. So she's topped her bucket list. So she needs some more goals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was a very good event to go to and be part of. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's nice that you got seems like really friendly and like family based community in New Zealand in racing. It's really cool because I think it's really warm and cozy when you got families and just it's really good atmosphere you got around. It's really nice.
Oh, it is. Yeah. That's sort of the whole part of it that we do enjoy. Is that you can go out there with the family, with a group of your friends, your pit crew, and just have a good time, really. Yeah. It does sort of become the wee Fast and Furious families. Yeah.
As we talking here a lot about how to be a girl in motorsport community and racing community. How is it for you to be mom with daughters in this racing community in New Zealand? Do you have any issues or maybe like no issues with this?
I don't as such. But I know it probably does happen out there. But if you go along to an event and your main focus is just to have a good time, enjoy yourself, compete, help out, it doesn't matter whether you're male, female, cat, dog. I think in New Zealand, I don't think we have this as much. I may be wrong. There could be people out there that do experience the female thing. But I think in our community, you're respected if you get out there and you're just doing what you want to do. Once you put the helmet on, doesn't matter what's between your legs, literally. You earn that respect from men and women, and you're just out there doing it because you genuinely love what you're doing. So I'm yet to speak it, but it probably does happen. but I want to say maybe not so much in the actual racing sector.
Hmm.
I'm guessing in the car, like we meets and things, it may do. But I go to meets and we women, men, we all just have a really good time as well.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think we're very lucky in New Zealand that we haven't got that stigma.
Hmm.
Our stigma is that you basically us old Japanese JDM people, we get a bit ganged up on by the muscle car people.
Hmm.
I think New Zealand's conflict is what you drive, not who's driving it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Right.
and same with the different categories of racing, like the Speedway boys don't like, tar seal people. So I think that's our biggest battle in New Zealand, is
Hmm.
that we're a little country. We've got some very talented drivers here, but yeah, I think it just matters what you drive. You get a bit ganged up on when you drive an Evo and not a V8.
Hmm. All right. So you got more battles about what's better, like Subaru, Mitsubishi. Yeah.
Yes, yes, that is horrific. Those are the worst.
This is
There's a
actually
lot of love
really,
at the
yeah,
end.
it's really nice because I've been into karting from 9 years old, and then I've been into open wheelers and formulas, and I can tell you that karting and open wheelers community really toxic. So they really care about like, oh, you like overtook me, like, oh, that's girl, oh no, something like this.
Yeah, even our open wheeler boys and girls, there's a lot of females coming through from New Zealand. There's some
Hmm.
awesome talent coming from our country, not to brag, but in both sexes and in a lot of competition. We've got a lot of people heading off to like the
Hmm.
F1 or whatever you call it, early F1 development teams and that.
Hmm.
There's a lot of Kiwi girls and boys coming. Yeah, so I think if you can overtake anyone, just do it. Make the pass.
Yeah, it's really nice. I moved to sim racing, and I kind of see the same thing as a lot of people racing in sim racing, and particularly I'm in a racing, and like people usually really welcome to newcomers, and they trying to help you, trying to give you advice, and it's really easy to get into endurance team if you want to be a part of it. And yeah, I really enjoy this compared to real life racing, which I had. But once again, there was, really competitive karting, really competitive open wheelers, and yeah, people, like fighting for their life on the track.
Oh yeah, it's a battle every day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Something like this. Yeah.
The battle was mostly with the car. The car has to perform. You
Hmm.
do have to know what every noise is. Why is it doing that? What's wrong? How's this working?
Hmm.
Yeah. So you do. You have to spend hours behind the scenes with it too, working things out, working with you, or yeah. So yeah, your pit crew are your best helpers. You're just the driver, but they
Hmm.
make everything work for you. Yeah, you're lost without your helpers.
Hmm. Yeah, I think
And
that's.
I take off to all you sim racers because I am shit. I get the
Yeah.
ripples. Nothing feels quite realistic enough, and I'm shit. We want to get one so that my daughter can learn. The girls are like convincing me that it's a good move.
Hmm.
Oh, we had a group of real drifters get on them for a competition night. And yeah, we were shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just thinking that you got really good involved from GDM culture from Japan, and actually anime is really popular in Japan as well. And they really don't care about like who's behind the helmet, as you said, and just take care about cars. Yeah.
Yeah, you get picked on for what color or what brand you
Yeah.
represent almost.
All right. I got it. Uh,
We have big competition over what ECU you run. And what tire. If you're not running a certain tire, you
All right. And speaking about cars, are you working on a car together with your daughter, or like someone help you from your family? Like, how you doing this?
Just one car or the lot?
Like all cars which you got, how you prepare them for competition?
Well, at the moment, I've got another Evo being built,
Mm-hmm.
and that's going to be a dedicated track car
Mm-hmm.
because my car currently is road legal to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
But now I've decided, right, I want to push myself that much further, so I need a dedicated track car. So that's at tuners now, so that's not far off being complete. And I've got a lot of the body work to still complete with that. So that's when I'm hoping that my daughter, she's taking an interest in it. So she's looking at jumping on board too and just helping out,
Mm-hmm.
just learning a lot as she goes. Because then the next car we're building is a Nissan 180. I've always wanted to own a dedicated track one of those. And we've got one, and we're just going to build that up over summer, which will be your guys' winter.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be basically her and my drift car to start using again.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2 cars on the build, 2 actual dedicated track builds. And then my daughter's got an MX-5 that's still, she races that now, so that's what she's using. So then we just need to tidy that up a bit for her, because when she does get her actual road license, she'll be driving it on the road. So
Mm-hmm.
she's going to be learning a little bit more about how to fix that and correct things with it. And she busted her radiator. So she actually did that. I watched, but she did the bulk of it by herself.
Mm-hmm.
So at 15, she was learning, when you break something, you need to fix it. Yeah, but the Evo build's sort of taken up a lot of our funds this year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I haven't been doing racing, but I've been doing more of the official duties this season. But no, everyone's very excited for this Evo to come out. So I'm excited too. Nervous. You're always nervous when you got a new car. It's like when you go somewhere and you hope you've worn the right outfit kind of thing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of pressure on getting the right colour or the right. Can't turn up for too many events with the same car. It'd be like wearing the same dress again and again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that old thing. Oh, she needs a new one. So there'll be a lot happening for us over summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. Mm.
All right. What color are you planning to dye your Evo? Or maybe it's already in the in color.
Yeah. We're going with a sort of a family colour theme, we've thought. My current Evo is the grey, like the
Mm-hmm.
Nardo Audi grey. So I've had
Mm-hmm.
that colour on that one. But I've gone with just black,
Mm-hmm.
boring old black. But I'm a bit annoyed because I've also done a lot of like powder coating and spray painting to master a fluoro yellow so that it
Mm-hmm.
stays. Because some are very hard to get unless you're wrapping them. So I've gone, right, I want to go fluoro yellow. So I've done helmet, I've done a lot of all my gear. And then I hate to say it, but now I've seen old Lando Norris is rocking fluoro yellow, isn't he? I'm saying that he stole my colour. We're going to be black with fluoro yellow. And then my daughter's doing black and with a green, like a
Mm-hmm.
emerald greeny colour. So yeah, well, we're sticking with black just because it's easy when you dent a panel and you break something. You can just quickly spray it black, can't you?
Yeah, that's really cool. So you're really practical.
Yeah, we have to be. And like I say, with the Japanese cars, they were cheap here, but parts are becoming very expensive. So
Mm-hmm.
the 180, we haven't gone through too many guards and pieces off it. I like doing a bit of fiberglass work myself, so at
Mm-hmm.
least I can sort of mold guard myself here and there. Yes.
All right. So you already told me about plans about cars. What events are you planning to do when the racing season will be here? Just not aware. You said that it will be summer for you when it's going to be winter for us, and it's actually winter for you right now, right?
Yes, we are the middle of winter.
Mm-hmm.
So winter's let's build a car time.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of little on. So my daughter's still doing things throughout the winter season.
Mm-hmm.
And coming up to summer, not putting my name to a series yet. I'm waiting
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of different things I can do. So I'm going to try and get the car dialed in first and sort any little teething issues that I may have. So I might just be doing test days and things in it just to get it used to life and myself again.
Mm-hmm.
Because last summer I had pretty major surgery. So I thought, oh, I'll wait and see if I can bounce back from that, which I have. I'm doing good. So, but yeah, I won't race a series yet. There is a series here for the endurance racing. So I do
Mm-hmm.
want to get in. And then they call what would you call SS Cup? They call a series, which is basically just open class saloon racing.
Mm-hmm.
So most of them are like a JDM shell with a motor, and you can sort of be a bit unlimited with your power in your vehicles. So it's sort of like handicapped, if that makes sense, like a handicap class racing.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go out there with my 800 horsepower, I'm not going to penalise a dude just in a 200 horsepower car. So it's pretty fair for everyone. And that's sort of based on your lap time. So I'll look at going into something like that. Even in New Zealand, we might be a little country, but it's still a lot of travel to get to the other part of New Zealand. So it
Mm-hmm.
can cost a lot. So my major plan would be hopefully one day keep one of the cars on the other island, go up north, we say go up north. So I'll leave one car up there and then have one here to sort of
Mm-hmm.
use. So going forward, we do want to branch out. We've heard it now, New Zealand. I do want to go up north. Yeah. Yeah, and I've talked and spoke with and met a lot of lovely people, even within New Zealand, who I haven't met. So it
Mm-hmm.
would be nice to go off and meet all these people and race them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Put them in my mouth is. So yeah, so there's plenty to do, and I might be 42, but I think I've still got a few years left in me to do it.
Hey, I think that doesn't matter like what age you got. You just if you got like physically you can do this, and like you got motivation. This is all you need to go through, and to keep going in racing, in motorsport, or in any other stuff in life.
I think so, yes. I feel 10 years younger. The kids keep me young.
That's really cool, yeah. Especially, when you got your family, your kids, and the same hobby which you're doing, it's great. It's just the
Yeah.
dream.
No, we had an event not long ago. I hosted an event, and just like a hard park where people come and park up, and even my mum came and got involved.
Mm.
Out there.
You tell me about endurance event, yeah? How long this endurance will be? I'm just curious because I'm just in love with endurance event. I really like to do this team events in sim racing because usually working not only going fast, but you also have to save fuel. You have to work on a strategy, work with the like steam schedule with the team. It's really interesting to do all the time and. Yeah, so, what kind of format of endurance event are you planning to take a part in?
Endurance racing it is quite big in New Zealand and Australia. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, if you're familiar with series supercars,
Yes.
New Zealand and Australia have supercars.
Mm-hmm.
So that's V8s. They race against each other. There's teams. So there's a lot of strategy between the teams. They keep changing the rules. They change rules every season to do with how they race and what they're doing. Every race, I think, has different, like, sort of like F1 too, with different fuel, pit stop strategies and things like that as to what the race is going to entail.
Mm-hmm.
Here in New Zealand, it's a South Island endurance I want to give a go.
Mm-hmm.
So within the one there's your 5 different classes.
Mhm.
So being in an Evo, I'll be racing against like brand new McLarens, the new Audis, all the Porsche GT3s, and but due to being in an Evo, I'll be in the bottom class. Which I
Mhm.
don't mind because you're still against some really awesome top drivers. And the main one they do is 1 hours and 3 hours,
Mhm.
which is pretty standard times for most, even our supercar series. But that's what I want to get involved with more, is doing a little bit more long-term racing.
Mhm.
But sadly, when you car to be a time attack car, you've got to definitely change the strategy of how your car's even made, because my car will last 2 laps? It won't last hundreds.
Mhm.
It is very much also you, and it's down to your car, how your car's going to be set up and built to handle it.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping the hour one a go, and then see what happens. That's why I want to do a lot of testing this season to try and get myself and the car dialed in to go, yeah, I can do this,
Mhm.
and then go from there. Because there's some phenomenal drivers, some phenomenal guys in New Zealand that come out of endurance road racing, and
Mhm.
that's what we love here. We don't have like NASCAR in America, the big ovals. We don't have that here. I'd love that here because that's what I loved doing in America, or that's what I loved about going to America.
Mhm.
But we do road courses here. So to turn corners and do everything like that, and that's the endurance part of it as well. And that's part of it, is you have to be physically fit to sit in the car for hours.
Mhm.
Yes. Our legend at the moment is we've got Shane Van Gisbergen. They call him SVG over in
Mhm.
America at the moment. And he's winning all the road courses because he can turn a corner. It's how he brakes, it's how he drives that car that's excelling him against these guys who are just racing oval their whole life. So love him or hate him, he's doing bloody well.
Yeah,
And
like
the
Supercars
hang of
V8, for me, this is like top series in the world, together with like Porsche Cup, because these cars are so hard to drive, like no traction, no ABS, and it's really cool. All drivers from Supercars are really fast and talented.
They are, yes. It's hard to believe that from 2 little islands across the Pacific Ocean, we can produce such talented drivers and have
Hmm.
such an awesome race series that, yeah, can compete against the rest of the world and shock them like he is. He's doing phenomenal. I remember meeting him one night in the pub after a drifting event. Yeah, but no, endurance is incredible. Yeah, incredible. And same again with the vibe of the people that do that as well.
Hmm.
And you're as strong as your team and those you have around you. Yeah, to sort your car out. Yeah. Or to be picked to drive someone else's car. That would be my goal. Or for my daughter one day to have someone say, right, can you come and drive for us?
Hmm.
Yeah. That's incredible for New Zealanders to get an opportunity to do.
Hmm. So this endurance event, you said that there'll be 1 hour and 3 hours. Yeah. Are you going to drive alone in the car, or are you going to have a teammate in your car?
For the 1 hours, so for this season for it, you do 2 1-hour races, and
Hmm.
then there's a 3-hour. So you can pick. I mean, I've got to work out how it fully works. But when the 3, you can have a co-driver even in the
Hmm.
hour. But
Hmm.
then the 3-hour, yes, you have a co-driver as well. So you the 1 hour, it's still an hour. It's a lot. I'm probably going to stick with the hour. And yes, I do have a friend in mind for the co-driver.
Hmm.
So my best mate will probably be co-driver. He's happy to do that. His car is definitely built for time attack or drag racing.
Hmm.
So we'll definitely be go for this. But it is something that we both want to give a go. And yeah, so we'll probably do a 1 hour and see how that goes. And then work our way up to the 3 hour.
Hmm. Okay. you took a part in like time attack, drifting. You're planning to do endurance, yeah. What other motorsport disciplines which you secretly want to try one day? Like I don't know, maybe motorcycle racing, maybe some hardcore drag racing in United States, something like this.
I feel like I'm a little bit too old to be getting back on a motorbike now,
Mm-hmm.
but I honestly, I've never driven in an open wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're here, they race. I've got a friend of mine who her husband does them, and I've always said to her, I said, how much is it going to cost me to get a drive in one of these? So I'm hoping I can tick that off my bucket list one day. And my daughter would be quite happy in pursuing having a go in one of them too to see how she does.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably my bucket list is to get in an open wheeler. Formula 5000s, they are here, and there's smaller categories in that, but I'd just like to give it a go in a single seater. I've never
Mm-hmm.
driven in one. My dream is, of course, NASCAR on the oval, but it's a lot that'll never come to New Zealand, sadly. We're not going to be able to get tracks like that here. The coolest thing was in Vegas going to the NASCAR place. That was very cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
It was closed. The whole track, we had the whole facility to ourselves. The lady just said, yeah, go have a look. Didn't have to tell me twice to drive around the oval in the rental car.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be cool to go to those events. Yeah. But no, yeah, definitely the single seater would be a goal of mine. And if my daughter got into one of those and excelled and wanted to keep doing that too, I'd be more than happy to support her with that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to like open wheeler because it's absolute different feelings which you get. I still remember guys came to our box. They've been driving the Porsche GT3 RS and the racing track together with me. Like we had a practice, and they just came to me and they tried open wheelers at this day and they told me like how you going fast with this, it's like it's crazy, you sitting on your butt with a tarmac, really close to you, like it's crazy feeling. So yeah.
Yes, I can imagine. Yes. So no, that would be a very cool goal to,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Laps in one. Yeah. It's very expensive. You sort of got to narrow down what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's expensive, yeah, really. But I,
Yeah.
I think worth try it, definitely, because completely different feelings of what you're getting from the like road car compared to it. Can you tell me now what's your dream circuit to visit, like for maybe time attack, maybe some road racing endurance? So, what's your dream track you would like to visit, like in the future?
I would still have to say more of the NASCAR ovals.
Mm-hmm.
That does fascinate me. Yeah, yeah. To actually see them race and do what they do, the drafting, do everything,
Mm-hmm.
would be fascinating. Yeah, yeah, because we don't have that here.
Mm-hmm.
So it is something like that's so foreign to us that it would be cool. And because I did go to one and I got the buzz just from the empty stadium, to see that packed out for a race would be phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
So any of the any of them. We went to Vegas, but yeah, to go to any of those tracks, Indianapolis, places like that, that would be very cool. Yeah.
All
And
right.
then, as my doctor would have to say, she would say, we have to go to every Formula One race. She's a huge Daniel Ricciardo fan. Probably have to say that too for her sake. She would love to see him come back. But yeah, we're going to go to the Melbourne F1 next year. So
Mm-hmm.
that would be pretty cool. At least that'll tick that off her bucket list. So yeah, that would be pretty good.
All right. And
Mhm.
what track would you like to drive? maybe I know, maybe Mount Panorama, because for me, when I'm like thinking about this part of the world, I've been into Malaysia so many times at Sepang. Absolutely beautiful, wonderful track, love it. But you know, my dream will be like drive Mount Panorama at least for one lap, because it's so exciting with this uphills and downhills, and also V8 supercars racing here. So it's really cool track. So what's your dream track here, like to drive by yourself?
Yes, I've driven around there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. I'm
Yeah.
jealous.
It is a public road. It's a public hill, so people live there, and
Mm-hmm.
then they just have the race set up as well throughout the year. But yeah, it is a public road, so the people who live there get awesome views of the Bathurst race. They either go away for the week because it's absolute carnage. Like it's the drinking, yeah, the racing culture of
Mm-hmm.
Australia. They're a different breed. Yeah, because when I was little, my dad used to go quite a bit too.
Mm-hmm.
And that was always the highlight event of the calendar. So no, yeah, that would be good again. And because I was born in Australia. So yeah,
Mm.
I grew up. Yeah. So no, yes, but I don't know an individual track. I'm still being way away from anywhere in the world. Us Kiwis want to go and see all the other world tracks that you guys sort of take for granted or see often enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got a friend now who's over in Europe, and of course they've gone to a few of the. I'd like to go to that is it Goodswood, the festival that was just on?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Goodwood, isn't it? Goodwood?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, that would be cool to go to. Yeah. So it'd be more, not so much a track, but more the event, which would be good.
Mm-hmm. All right, got it. You know, in Australia, I like also Phillip Island, great track. You know, I'm not the big fan of European tracks. Not a lot of them, you know, really interesting to drive. Thing. I like up hills, down hills, tracks like this where you got blind corners. It's so exciting to race them all the time. So yeah, maybe one day I'll go to Australia for some racing, because you got really cool
Yeah.
tracks.
Yes, my daughter's like, they've been to Phillip Island one a few times.
Mm.
Yeah. And the good news for us here, and I live in Christchurch, and our local track, so the track I work at, we're getting a round of the supercars next year. So
Mm-hmm.
supercars to our home track. So that's going to be really good to have it here on the local track that I drive every week, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So to have that event come to us is going to be really great for next March. Yes. So yeah, I hope we offer them a good race. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Our track's very narrow here, our local track, compared to some of the other ones. But yeah, it makes for some interesting driving, some interesting spots to have to try and overtake.
Mm-hmm. All right, and the last one will be where people can find you on socials and like to follow you, because you got a lot of plans, and I'm really curious to see you in endurance racing, and maybe even in V8 supercars like in the future. Who knows?
Well, a lot of my stuff is quite humorous, to say the least. There's a lot of epic fails that go on in the garage. I think part of it. If you can show your failures, then you can definitely show when you succeed.
Hmm.
My main one is my Instagram. Yeah, I'm also known as Bextimus Prime.
Yeah, just drop the link to the chat, guys.
I've always had a love for old Optimus Prime. I'm a bit robotic myself. So yeah, so no, Bexmas Prime. We have a TikTok. Me and the girls post a lot of stuff to TikTok, and your money Instagram. the moment there's a lot of stuff about them learning to drive on the road because it's
Mhm.
quite challenging now to cross back over from racing on track to learning the road rules. Yeah, so they battle a bit.
All right.
But yes, I'm not into gaming stuff yet. But yeah, one day I'll tick that off my bucket list.
You have to. All right. It was nice to meet you. It was so fun to talk with you. And I'm so happy that you got a lot of plans for your future in your life and you're really motivated about it. And also your family involved into racing. It's really cool to see, definitely. So thank you so much, Bex, taking your time.
Love it too. I look forward to some more progress.
Yeah, thank you so much. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you had fun with us. So we'll see you next time.